Nice.
Um, that kind of like a little too deep into the whole like idea of the ranked
Yeah.
sort of system,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I sort of let that like affect my thought process a little bit.
Right.
Um, and I've been having trouble sort of shifting away from that
Uh huh. Uh huh.
um,
Uh huh.
into like proper like more healthy like constructive mindset.
Yeah. 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 I get that. I get that. How is it shifting your focus? Like to what direction was it shifting it? Because you got silver in all roles, which is great. But
Um,
how is it affecting you?
and then I wanted to like I thought okay, we're here. I want to get to gold. I wanted my ultimate goal is like gold or platinum.
Right.
And I thought we're gonna try and force our way there, which I know is not really how it works, but that's what I tried to do. Like I got to silver two on support,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
I tried to sort of force my way with everything that I like, all the knowledge I built up until that point, and it didn't work, and now I'm stuck back.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
so
And so you just kind of brute force it, get to a certain point, get stuck. Would like to reach gold in all roles, maybe plat. Okay. How long you been playing Overwatch?
since Overwatch one,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
um,
Okay. So you're playing kind
I
of on and off throughout the day, throughout the week. Now, last question before we get into form here.
yeah,
You are trying to get better on all three roles, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have like a priority list
I
of roles or heroes within those roles?
um, so tank is low priority.
Sure.
Um, so it's tank DPS support, with support being the number one. Like
Sure.
sort of, it's tank support is my favorite role. I like the role a lot. Um,
Okay.
the utility I like um, the variety.
Right.
I like being able to be useful in some fashion.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
like being the backbone of the team and being able to keep everyone keep
Sure.
everyone up and know.
Yep.
So
I understand. I understand completely. Okay. So what I would like to do is I'd like to do what you want feedback for your tracer, I assume.
I'm sorry.
You want feedback for your tracer, I assume. Or sorry,
I'm
I'm looking
not
at the wrong
Tracer.
here. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong hero here. Okay, so this is Anna and Kiriko on this one, or maybe just Anna, and then the other one was
Um,
Anna Kiriko and Shambali, or Anna Juno, sorry.
so
Yeah, Anna Juno, and then Anna
yeah, Ana
Kiriko, and then
Juno.
got it. Okay,
So
okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Now,
this
why
is I
why
think
these codes?
mostly um
Like when you
so
chose these codes, like what
what
was
is
the
this
purpose
one?
behind choosing this one? This one's the Ilios one here, if you
Um
can see it.
so um so for this one, um I made a bunch of silly early mistakes.
Yes.
Um and so this one um I was basically playing Respawn Simulator, like I just died nonstop, and I'd like to know what I could have done to not have that happen. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just sort of like respawn like I think 8 times in the first like 10 minutes or something,
Sure. Sure.
and
Okay.
I was like, okay, what can I do to not what could I have done to not have that happen?
Yeah. Sure.
Because
Okay.
it was
We'll take a look.
just kind of embarrassing. Um,
Yeah, I understand. I would like a more in-depth discussion about like your approach to the game and your practice and so on. But we'll look at some Ana first. Maybe we'll look at some Kiriko as well. Give you some small things to work on, and we'll go to that afterwards. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions before we get started here?
No, let's do it.
Sounds good. If any questions come up, just let me know. All right. Okay. Good sleep. Good nade. Good shots. So, one of the things that you look at this here, you've got a little bit of Tracer on you. You've got a Doomfist on you. And not just a Doomfist, but also a Doomfist that's pocketed by Mercy. So, the reality of the situation is when 3 people are coming after you, even just 2 people are coming after you, you're not going to win. You're going to die. Right? Like, that's the rule of Overwatch. No way of avoiding it, correct? The question here is, could you have died slower? The answer is yes. And one of the simplest ways of doing that here would have been what? How could you have drawn out this duel to have died slower? Any ideas? I mean, maybe that's why you're here, is you don't know, but do you have any ideas?
So, let's see. Out. So I'm there. Okay, sleep made. I get stuck in a corner.
That's it right there.
One thing. Yeah.
You get stuck in a corner. You need a wall. You need a wall. You need a wall, right? You need cover, essentially, right? So where was your opportunity for cover?
So I sleep nade. My opportunity was the doorway to the right.
Or the left, right? Either choice.
To the left.
Really, either one here.
Yes.
Either one here. So this sleep, these shots, this nade, this duel, the Mercy pocketing the Doom, the Tracer coming after you, the fact that you're shooting the Doomfist, it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's great. It's fine. Good job. No problems. No shame in it at all. But if you had simply walked in the door to your right, as you said, or in the door to the left, as I said, with the Mega actually, then you would have died. Either one. You would have died like at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 seconds slower. And so you create an advantage for your team for a longer period of time. Maybe you get help, maybe you don't get help, maybe you die, who cares? But your team wins the fight. That's all. Does that make sense? So when we're looking at like things like this right here, it's like we don't need to like quantify, okay, when a Doomfist and Mercy died, you're gonna sleep and then you're gonna walk to a corner and then you're gonna nade, but you're gonna try to hit the Mercy, so you just no, we don't care. All you needed to do was find a corner, and you would have lived longer. That's it. Dying here was fine. It's okay. Good job.
Find a little bit of cover.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Dying is okay if you earned the death. And if you didn't earn the death, we need to find out what you need to do better. Good sleep, good shots, good nade. Nice job. Let's keep going. Was the idea of the nade good? Should you nade a Doomfist that's standing in the open? Absolutely, right? Nade the enemy team. You're not under pressure, correct? So you need to nade the enemy team, right? So what was the problem with the nade?
Swan. So I not cast it far enough. I can't really.
You didn't cast it far enough. Yeah, it's a little hard to see, but you just didn't quite throw it far enough. Now that means that you need to practice accurately placing your nades on one target in game. You don't practice this in the practice range. You practice this in ranked games. So the idea of the nade was good. Nice job. Congratulate yourself. Give yourself a big thumbs up. Gold star. You missed the nade though. It was an easy nade. And you missed it. That's okay. It happens. Literally, Ana's my best hero probably, and I still miss nades like this sometimes too, right? But you and I both need to slow it down, practice hitting the nade. If you hit the nade here, not only do you save your Torbjorn, but the Doomfist dies. Unfortunately, the Doomfist doesn't die, and your Torbjorn dies, right? Shots in the Mercy, by the way, are fine. So the mistake here, I don't even mind you going to point. You're trying to stall here, I guess, which is fine. Sleep is fine, but yeah, you're just going to die here.
With sleep and
Yeah. But the big thing there is that, like, you should have just hit the nade next time. That's it. Now, I can also point out if your plan was to stall point, this was a good idea. Let's say your plan was not to stall point. Let's say that you wanted to stay off of point and stay safe. Where should you position yourself? This is a bit of a trick question.
Positioning. Stay where you are.
Yes, exactly. Yep. You have a good sight line right now? Yes. Do you have good cover right now? That's okay. It's not bad. So stay. What are you doing instead?
There's the pillar to the right.
You're doing the zombie walk, right? You see something to shoot, you see something to heal, and what do? You walk towards it. So when you find a good sightline with Ana, your number one priority is to stand still, right? Or not necessarily stand still, but find cover, right? Just don't press forward. Okay, so we have 3 habits here. Go ahead.
I was just watching one of your other videos where you mentioned the zombie walk.
Yes.
Yep. The Masters Kiriko from.
Yeah, does that make you feel better, right? Masters players do this, right? Everybody makes these mistakes, okay? So we got 3 things to see here. Find your cover, please. Don't zombie walk, and aim these nades a little bit better, okay? Now, the nice thing about those skills is you don't need a Doomfist on Ilios with a Mercy Pocket to practice them. You can practice them anywhere, any map, anytime.
Yeah.
And that's what we're needing to look for, is finding skills that you can practice anywhere at any time. Let's see what we got here. Sure?
I do have a question, but it can wait for a little while.
No.
If you want to keep going.
Let's answer it right now. Go for it.
It's about Buster, my current pool of reports.
Yeah.
So I have sort of weeded out most of them. I used to play like 6 of them, and now I've narrowed it down to 4.
And that's why you're silver 2 now, right? That's why it's your highest roll. Good.
So I'm looking to maybe get 2 or 3.
Okay.
And I put in the forum Iliadi, Kiriko, and Juno.
Yep, I'm seeing that.
And I'm like Ana. I used to play a lot of Ana before I played some of the other ones. So question is, should I go from 4 to 2, and which 2?
Yes, and I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, obviously, any amount of narrowing your hero pool to, like, I would say around 2 is going to be an objectively improvement in terms of your ability to perform and practice on those characters. And it also doesn't mean that you can't change them in the future, right? So you might, what I would say is which 2 do you enjoy playing the most right now? Because it doesn't mean that you have to play those 2 forever. In fact, you could climb to gold with those 2, swap to a different one, drop a little bit, but you'll learn the other character fast too. Like when you learn a new character, for example, Wu Yang or Aqua or whatever's coming out in a few weeks, right? When I pick up this guy, I'm not going to be a gold support player with him because I have aim fundamentals. I understand basic cooldowns and I have good positioning and good mechanics, right? And so when you pick up a new support character, you're probably not going to be bronze 5. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fine. It'll be a little bit of a struggle, but you'll maybe place them in a quick play and get your hang of it and then go pull it in rank. So whatever 2 you want to play now doesn't mean you have to play those 2 forever. Do not be afraid. You will pick them up quickly. So what 2 do you enjoy playing right now? Well, that's really your choice. That's your choice.
Right.
Yep. Now, the question here is Ana going to be one of them? I don't know. That's really your call here. Because that would probably shift what feedback I'd give here. Because we would skip to Curie or Juno if those are your priorities. Do you still think maybe Ana or maybe not? No pressure if you're not sure. Maybe that's something you need to put some thought into.
I like the more mobile supports is the thing. I
get that.
I like Juno a lot. I like Kiriko.
Mm-hmm.
I like Iliadi. At the same time, Ana provides a lot of really good value. So
but so do Kiriko, so do Iliari, and so do Juno, you know?
Well, yeah.
I think you're looking at it as it's a more obvious value. Nade's big, splashy. Sleep is big, splashy. But they are very long cooldowns, right? Whereas you look at something like an Iliari, Kiriko, I mean, she's got Suzu, sure, but there's just it's a little bit more of a, not quite as explosive and visibly flashy value, but it's still value. Juno's the opposite, right, of Ana. Like, she's a little cooldown reliant, but it's just very slow, consistent pressure output, you know? So, again, your choice here. There's just no need to play Ana to perform on support. Not in any rank.
Right.
You know? So
I'm probably gonna have to. I've probably just go out Ana, I guess, and focus on.
Okay, we can jump ahead here to Kiriko Juno if you want in the review. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works fine.
Yeah. Okay. The good news is that our time's not wasted, because cover usage and that zombie walk, right, are probably things that you should work on. With anything. Yeah, exactly. Now, the positions that you take with Kiriko are very different from Ana, but things like cover and, you know, not pressing W key when you're moving forward is still very important. So, okay. Let's take a look at some Juno here. Any questions so far besides the hero pool one? Are you all set?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look here. So Juno, looking for a sightline, kind of like Ana, but maybe not quite as far. Now, this is really important. So Juno, you're going to be doing a lot of healing, and you're going to be doing a lot of damage. The stats on your damage may not say all that much, but it is important that your attention is towards enemies, because every little bit of chip damage counts, right? But the other thing is also that Juno requires you to be aware of where enemies are to survive. Okay? So right now, you're healing your full HP Genji, we're kind of puttering around, and you're not looking at threats. You're not looking for them. Where's the Doom? Where's the Tracer? Where's that Widow, right? And so what that means is you've missed some opportunities to maybe land like a big torpedo here, get some damage. But also, if you want to live versus Tracer, you cannot be surprised. So when you're healing your full HP Genji here, that's brain not engaged in where do I need to be looking? Where do I need to be looking? Where can I be shooting? Because when you do that, you can make a decision. Like the torpedoes, it's good. Like right now, where's your threats? Where can I be shooting? Where can I be looking? Yes. But you see how that was a surprise. You were surprised by Doomfist because you weren't quite sure where he was. Now, you know he's to your left now. We've had the time to kind of sit and think about it. So with the power of hindsight, where could you have gone? You need to rotate to create some distance between yourself and Doomfist. Where'd you go? Don't be perfect with your... Just give me your gut instinct. What kind of feels right? You got your speed ring. Where'd you go?
Distance.
Yeah.
So... I move in... So... Okay. So...
Take your time.
Do you mind jumping back to
when
I went into the Doomfist?
Yeah. So this is kind of what we're looking at here, right? So you know he's on the left. So you're also on the left. You want to create a little bit of distance, usually with Juno. So where would you rotate to?
Probably rotate right.
Yeah, somewhere
right. The other side of the well.
Yeah. I mean, you could speed ring and rotate over here. You could do your you could speed ring here and double jump up and over. That's a little saucy, right? You could rotate to your Winston to create some distance here. Exactly. So you've got two skills here. Where are the enemies? Okay, so you can shoot them, right? But then also, okay, then where do I need to go? With where the enemies are, doesn't mean I always need to run away, right? But usually, you want to create a little bit of distance so that I can keep shooting them with my gun, right? Yeah. You don't have a defensive cooldown. You don't have a Suzu. You don't have a nade. All you have is your legs and your little zoomers. So you got to always be on the know.
I kind of panicked a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, of course you panic. You know why you panic? Because you were surprised. Panic means a lack of preparation.
Right.
That's what it means, a lack of preparation. And so Juno will, if you're surprised as Juno, you were dead as Juno. Now there's no surprises. I know where they are. Yes. Oh, it's fine. Good. Good healing. move forward. Look for some torpedoes. Yep, good. Yes, very nice. No surprises. Where are enemies? This is good. We're doing some good damage. Good. Now, you are under pressure, correct? He's coming for you.
Yep.
But the difference between this one and the last one is you're not surprised. You see it? So you might die here, maybe. Okay, maybe. But you should not die quickly because this time you're prepared. So let's see what happens. Yes. Do you see it? Beautiful job.
So,
do you see the difference? Beautiful job. What was the difference? You were not surprised.
better awareness.
Better awareness, not just general awareness. That's a lazy term some other people use. Our term of awareness is who do I need to be focusing on? Maybe not everybody. I might forget about Widow. I might forget about Kiriko or Mercy. But I'm going to focus on what I think is most important on my screen right now and focus on that. No surprises. And you know what? You did a good job. So for here, yeah, this is fine. This is all right. Oh, there's Widow. Torpedoes. It's just a little bit sloppy, right? It's a little bit sloppy. Now, you could have here.
Yeah.
Who could you be shooting here, right? You see it? You don't always... You could shoot... Like, when we say awareness, we're not saying awareness and always run away. The reason that you run away is to either for safety, right? Number one, or to create distance so that you can keep shooting them. Right? Doomfist versus Juno is a 1v1 that usually favors Juno, right? Doomfist, but you could shoot him. Create your distance to keep shooting. Your gun is way better than his further away. So if you can rotate away from him and just keep shooting him, do so, right? Support is not, you always have to run away from threats, always have to run away from threats necessarily. The reason Juno generally runs away from threats is because she wants to keep distance so that she can keep shooting those threats in the face. Mm-hmm. You know, you are a threat yourself, right? So remember that. That being said, awareness of your threats there, much better. I like how we're using our torpedoes in kind of like a big open sight lines. That's probably pretty good. Here, a Widow above you. Honestly, you could go get that if you wanted to. There's your threat. Yep, I like this. Good use of your mobility. Now, I want to point something out here. It's a little detail here, but it's important. What are you doing with your weapon right now? You see it?
I am aimless healing, aimless shooting.
Yes, exactly. And when you say, I like the fact that you said aimless because it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have the mechanics. It means that you're not really, there's no purpose behind it. You're just spraying. Right? I mean, even if your aim was good,
right.
Even if your aim was really good, how could you heal Genji here? You can't, right? You just stop shooting, reload or something. You know, so stop spraying it, right? Like this is again like your brain is not fully engaged with every action that you're doing.
It's muscle memory issue.
Yes. You normally will just kind of blast the button without really thinking about it. It's like the zombie walk, right? Exactly. It's just like the mechanical zombie walk where you're just doing things that you normally do without a real purpose, right? It's a habit, right? But that doesn't mean that that's good, right? So you need to make yourself say, stop. Every time I shoot, every time I heal, there's a good reason for it. Force yourself to slow it down, right? Because now you're out of ammo. Now, I love these torpedoes. It's great. Huge torpedoes. But you're caught in a reload. And so now, is that going to matter all that much? Well, maybe not. Good rotation from you, by the way. But it's important to highlight that. It's important to highlight that. Let's actually stop there for Juno.
The stream is kind of laggy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, it should. If it's laggy, it might be on your end. I'm honestly not too sure. But it should be okay on my end. So we'll just keep me updated how it goes. So let's stop with the Juno for here.
It's probably me.
That's okay. So we'll stop with the Juno for here. I would like to fixate on a couple of things with Juno. Number one, where are the enemies? Where should your attention be? Okay, where are your enemies? Who should you be shooting? Where are your enemies? Who should be shooting? Okay, very simple. And the second one is where are the enemies? where should you be going? So where are the enemies? Who should you be shooting? Right. Where are the enemies? Who should you be shooting? You notice that we're not really talking as much about your cooldowns here. The funny thing about your gameplay right now is I actually think you have an idea of what you should be doing with your torpedoes and what you should be doing with your glider boosts and what you should be doing with your speed ring, right? The problem is that the things surrounding that, you understand Juno kind of, sort of, but your fundamentals are weak. And so that's what we're looking at here.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So if the encouragement is that you've got a pretty good idea of what you should be doing with Juno. These jukes on the Doomfist, the speed ring, and then taking the high ground there, these AoE torpedoes, open space. Nice job. It's good. It's good. Okay, let's look at some Kiriko. Do you think this Kiriko, do you play Kiriko here? I don't think or do you? No. Okay, do you want to look at the Kiriko from the second code you sent me or the third code? I think the second one was, I don't remember actually. Well, it was Shambali, I think. I don't know what the third one is. Do you have a preference?
So there was Ilios, Shambali, and then Good Royale.
Sir, okay, so which one would you like? I would prefer Shambali, frankly, if that's okay with you.
Okay, Shambali Monastery, fine.
Yeah. Circuit is it's a weird map. There's not a lot of maps play like Circuit, for lack of a better description. So
so this one was started as Kiriko.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And then you swap Ana, I think, later. Yeah. That's fine. Kiriko, we'll just look at the Kiriko section. First off, love the skin. I love this iteration of the Mythic. The color scheme is sick. Good choice.
Yes, Iridescent is gorgeous.
Yeah, Iridescent is amazing. You know, it's one of the best. I think it's like the best Mythic weapon color. In the, I guess legendary weapon. I'm trying to think here. Oh, I was going to ask you a question. Can you stream Overwatch through Discord? I don't know if you can. If not, it's no problem.
I don't know if I have Discord on my.
Are you in console?
I am console, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I don't know if you can. Don't worry about it then. It's like Discord's really annoying, so don't sweat it. We'll just give you some stuff to work on. Okay. Okay, nice shots. I like the little angle here. Now, I like the angle here because you have your team kind of spread out on the left, you see here. If you ever have situations when your team is all stacked up on the high ground, I would actually prefer you on the left. Like the big thing with Kiriko, okay, is if you've seen my videos, right, is that you need to have, you need to be exploding your teleport, which essentially means that you play on these positions to where nobody can really push you without you just teleporting away. But if everybody's here, there's nowhere to teleport to, and you're not using your mobility. So then you'd literally be on your angle, almost even sometimes by yourself, shooting and healing and shooting and healing. So right now, this is perfect because you got your team on the left and you're on the right. So this is great. So you can kind of mirror your team. Wherever your team goes, you go elsewhere. Okay. Healing is fine here. It's good. Because even from here, like this allows you to see and heal without being under pressure yourself here. Now I'm curious here. Talk me through. It's good shots. His healing is fine. What was the Suzu for?
I was trying to hit the ram.
Yes, I knew that.
I think he got pulled away.
So yeah, he got pulled by Junker Queen Knife. But why did you Suzu the ram?
I think I was attempting to rinse the knife damage off.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's a weird Suzu because normally, it's better to Suzu when somebody's under a lot of pressure, right? Like they're critical.
Right.
But at the same time, I think you saw the knife burn on him, right? You can see like the little blades cutting through him.
I saw the damage going.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, bad Suzu. Here's why.
Okay.
I appreciate the thought, but that's like, calling the ambulance for a paper cut. You get me? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're cleansing anti-nade, if they're critical. Now, here's really something else funny. Ready for this one? So you cleanse or try to cleanse, and then it gets discorded afterwards. Discord is not necessarily insta-cleanse. Like, you don't have to insta-cleanse this, but this would make more sense than the Junker Queen knife. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But you're basically, you didn't know they had Discord or you weren't thinking about it. The big thing that you were thinking about was, I'm going to cleanse Junker Queen knife, even if the target's basically full HP. That's a mistake. That's the mistake right there. Does that make sense? So I appreciate the idea. It's just not that important.
Because it was a big cooldown, so I kind of just wasted it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like an opportunity costing. You have to make a decision. Is it worth the cleanse Discord? Is it worth the cleanse nade? Probably. Is it worth the cleanse a Junker Queen knife? No, probably not. It's fine. Get forced out by Hanzo. Now, this is the moment of truth, okay? This is what every freaking Kiriko screws up. Now, I know you're going to screw it up probably yourself, but that's okay. The Hanzo flanked you and forced you out. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now what?
Oh, now I'm just healing.
Right. Well, yeah, it's fine. That's fine. But it's more of now where. You get what I'm saying?
So I'm behind the tank instead of like to the left or to the right.
Well, not only are you behind the tank, but you're behind the tank right next to the support, right? Because sometimes, like, let's say you've got like a Lucy over here with your Hanzo, you know, like on the hard flank. Then yeah, stand behind your tank, right? But you're stacked here with everybody essentially. So where can you open up your angle here? Where do you see? It's not easy.
I'm to the right.
Sure. Yeah. So get a little healing here. Get a little healing here, and then you'd go here. Then what would you do?
Start slowing kunai down.
Yeah. It's uncomfortable. It's scary, isn't it? But they're not looking. And then they're going to go, oh, kill the Kiriko, right? You might have to Suzu yourself, okay? Then you teleport out. You make them come to you, and then you get out. You make them come to you, and then you get out. You knew it. You knew exactly where you needed to go. So you started on an angle. You got cleared out. What does that mean? It means you go back. And you start the cycle all over.
So you're supposed to be the mosquito.
Yes,
basically.
You nailed it. That's exactly it, right? Because like a mosquito, you're shifty. You're squishy, but you're shifty. You're hard to nail down.
Yeah.
So you can't be, if a mosquito stands here, it's a mosquito that's either not sucking blood or it's a mosquito that's easy to swat. It's too easy to deal with you here, you know. And I want to highlight as well with your Suzu. Again, it feels a little bit like your tensions on. I mean, she was critical there for a second, kind of like a lagging thing, so it's fine. But you're not taking space right now. So your Hanzo is creating big distractions right now. Your Hanzo is a very big mosquito right now. He even gets a kill here, right? But imagine if he had two mosquitoes. You know?
Would have been,
That's all right. But I want to credit you because you knew what you needed to do and you knew where exactly you needed to go. That's very nice. So you're trying here. You're kind of trying, but you're too hesitant. You have a teleport. You can go deeper. You can go even here. You can go even here, right? You can go in here, right?
I think I do rotate down to the left at one point.
Yeah, these Suzus are consistently off of Junker Queen knife. Yeah. It's just not worth, right? It's not that Junker Queen knife is useless. It's very strong. It's just not Suzu strong. You know, it's just a bad trade. You're paying $25 for a candy bar. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what you're doing here. Maybe that's okay in Los Angeles. I don't know. Not around here. Good shot.
So here, like I was saying.
But see, this is no longer an angle. You see what I'm saying?
Oh. It just becomes a straightaway.
It does. An angle is always contextual off of where your team is. Remember when we said that earlier? It's like, this was a great angle because where was your team?
Right. They were off to the left.
Yeah, so if your team's all here, this is bad. Right? It's always contextual. Yeah. This would have been great earlier. Now, it's not bad. Like, that's a good Suzu. Nice job. But it's not great right now. Like, you're not really helping control space. You know, you're not using your mobility. What you're doing right now is something that an Ana or Zenyatta would be better at, which is just vomiting damage and healing and utility and nades and sleeps and so on, right? Kiriko does okay damage, but it's not, her utility is just not as good as Zen and Ana, right? That's why she has the mobility. It's there to be balanced, right? I mean, even here, right? Like, you're not controlling space right now, right? So critique yourself. Where could you be right now with where your team is? Where could you be?
So I could be.
It's tricky, right? It's a little awkward.
I would say doorway, like down to the house to the doorway on the other side.
Like right or left here?
Um,
Or bottom or
to the
wherever.
left, like
So like over here?
down closer to the west of the, no, further.
Oh, like even
Like
here.
through the doorway.
Oh, like
Yeah.
here. Okay, well that's spicy. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Like you be careful about going too early, but yeah, I mean, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, this is the thing though. Like you're going to be confronted with this if you do that. And this is the thing. You ready for it? Good. This is your job. It might cost you your Suzu. But you know what? Hitting a couple of shots in this guy and making him run screaming back to his team is worth the Suzu. Because they're going to stop. They're going to heal this guy. You're going to prevent this guy from surprising and killing your team. Because an aware Kiriko with Suzu is a very strong 1v1 character.
Yeah.
You can control these angles. You can contest them. You can not prevent them from surprising your team. And even if you don't kill him, get him out. Make the Moira go with him. Sure. Don't let him do this for free. And even if you die, if you make the mistake and you die, okay, oh no, I died. That's all right. Well, at least die doing something that's assisting your team. Because right now, there's just no value at all. You know? So I would question yourself here. When you see moments like these, I mean, it's very easy to say this is wrong, right? But I would ask yourself why. This is very recent, right? Like 14, 15 hours ago. What was I doing? What was going through my brain right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going through your brain? Or is there anything going through your brain? Or are you just kind of just chilling? You know?
So right here, I'm kind of just playing, and I really like thinking too deeply.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But you see how this has to be what changes if you're going to improve, right? For me, this reminds me of how I play. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example here. Like when I'm like watching a funny YouTube video. You know, I'm relaxing watching a funny YouTube video. This is how I watch funny YouTube videos, okay? I'm just sitting there. You know, I'm a vegetable, okay? Some people play Overwatch like this, you know? And the funny thing about that is that's fine. It's a game. You don't have to focus when you play Overwatch. But if you want to be gold, plat, whatever, then yeah, you probably should because you're trying to be better than like half the player base, you know? So for me, there's certain games and certain activities that I do that I treat like this. But then there's certain things that I don't. And if you want to be the certain percentage that takes Overwatch more seriously, then this is what has to change. You get me? Now, maybe you try to apply yourself more seriously and try it harder, and you're like, you know what? This game is not fun when I play like this. Well, then don't. Play silly. That's okay. It's just a game. Nobody cares. But you have to choose. So either the way that you're playing is wrong or your goals are wrong. And that's where you have to find out. Does that make sense?
Yes. So, thing is, I've been playing Kiriko for a while.
Yes.
Then, I more recently decided I wasn't sure if I would like playing or not. I recently started playing Juno, and I found that I was just generally better at Juno than I was at Kiriko.
Why do you think that was? Maybe you don't know.
Easier.
Sure. Maybe it's more in line with like the amount of proactivity that you need with Kiriko. Because, I mean, think about what we're talking here. Juno needs proactivity too, but maybe you were finding more value out of just kind of coasting than you were with Kiriko. I don't know.
Like, I think the issue is what happened was I found that I could do all the same things that Kiriko could do, like, more efficiently on Juno. Like
what?
Juno has better mobility, and
Mm-hmm.
and her damage is just like more easily able to be like
There's more bullets in a clip.
specific.
You just kind of spray, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And torpedoes.
Yeah,
You can hit
listen.
like a
You had the
multi-spray.
torpedoes down. You were like big AOE fight, swing wide with my shift or my glide boost, big torpedoes. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it, right? I felt like your fundamentals were really weak with Juno, but you actually understood kind of what you're supposed to be doing with the character's kit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I don't know.
Something worth considering, right? This isn't just a hero pool thought, right? This is also like, which characters do I actually enjoy putting the effort into and which characters do I not? Do I even enjoy putting the effort at all? I don't want to get over dramatic here, but these are things that you're going to need to consider. Because I think what I'm asking you to do here, reposition, retake an angle, take a duel, maybe lose the duel, try again, that's tough. That's not easy to do, So, do you like doing that? I don't know. So we'll find out. Go try it for a couple days, maybe for a week with that Juno Kiriko hero pool. See what happens. If you like the game like that, great. If not, okay. Just play. Have fun.
Yeah.
There's really nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being casual,
Yeah. Like at this point, I'm kind of in an off period. Like there was a while, it was sometime, like not too long before this, when, like I felt like I was getting pretty good at like taking duels and, like, and at being aggressive and active for the team.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of fell off the wagon a little bit.
Why?
Don't know.
Something worth considering, because like when I fell off the wagon with training Overwatch seriously, it was like back in 2018. It was because I had other priorities within Overwatch. Like coaching was just like a lot more important to me at that point. I reached my goal. I moved on. So for me, it wasn't like some big psychological trauma. I just didn't have the same motivation because I had other things to do, right? Maybe it's the same with you. Maybe it's something different. But it is worth considering. So you sweated, you try hard, you climbed to top of silver. Now what? Do you want to climb higher? That's kind of like my point being.
But I let myself focus on the wrong things.
You brought that up in your form, the rank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was sort of letting myself get too like laser focused on exact wrong thing, like the opposite of what I should be focusing on.
Yes.
Which is practice and attention with like playing consciously.
Yes. Basically everything that we're asking you to do right now, right? Yeah, exactly. Why did that happen? I know we talked about, we kind of pushed past it earlier on because we wanted to take a quick, brief look at your gameplay here, but did you just want to see how far you could get with the information that you had? Is it just too... Okay. Because you could see it here, right? There's like windows where you want to do damage with Kiriko. There's Juno using your kit at times in the proper way. There's hitting a nice sleep, looking for an offensive anti-nade with Ana. There's moments where like I can see that you have put some practice on some certain things at certain points in time, and then your massive shortcomings kick in, right? You don't retake an angle with Kiriko.
Yeah.
You Suzu Junker Queen knives. You walk into the open with Ana. Juno, you just basically AFK or shoot at walls, So it's like, for that to change is going to take that conscious effort again, right? And so it goes back to what you're saying about that unhealthy relationship with rank, which you put in your form as your big thing, right? You're very aware of that, and I commend you on that. And I am too focused on my rank and the general perception of being, quote unquote, bad at the game, right? And, maybe you're trying to skip steps. Maybe you're trying to be just good. If I just grit my teeth, I'll be good, I don't know if that's you. That's been me before. That was me with Hazard when I was trying to win Hazard. I was way too confident in my ability to pick up that character, even when he was overtuned. I don't know. Why do you want to be good at Overwatch?
So
That's a rough question, I know.
I don't know if this exactly answers the question, but
Sure.
I've always been like hypercritical of myself, and like I and this is true of not just here, like this
Right.
situation,
Right.
but my education as well. I'm an
Right.
overachiever.
Right. So high standards.
High standards.
Sure.
For the longest time, I was a straight A student. Like, I got into college, I was in community college, and for the longest time, I got A's and B's.
Yes.
Just for context, like I really enjoy learning.
Yep.
But at the same time, I am like extra critical of myself when I don't perform well,
Yes.
and then I sort of spiral, and then that's where I am right now. So
Yes.
that's really what happened.
Yes.
Like, I wanted to be the overachiever, and then it didn't work, and then I spiraled, and now I'm stuck.
Yes.
And
Well, if I may, I've had issues with this as well, where I also considered myself an overachiever and somebody that always performs well at whatever I do. And the disappointment that I have in myself when I don't check those boxes, oftentimes and ironically, gimps me more than anything else. Like, I will underperform at something, Overwatch or not, right? And that I get frustrated at that. And because of that frustration, then I often will perform worse, or I'll do something that's unwise.
exactly. That's like the situation I'm facing. Is that I tried too hard and didn't work,
Yep.
and now no matter how hard I try, so
Yeah. And the bad news for this, you ready for the bad news, is that the problem that I realize, and this is something that I've realized with myself, is that you and I, it's an identity problem. The problem is that you and I see ourselves as we are overachievers. We will succeed at everything that we do. And that is just ridiculous standard to hold to yourself.
yeah,
Because you can't possibly do that. I mean, we talked about it earlier, right? Like, imagine if I didn't do something unless I was good at that. Imagine how many fun and great experiences I would rob myself of if I avoided things if I wasn't naturally good at them. Kids are really bad at this. If you've ever worked with kids before, kids with low self-esteem, they're very avoidant of anything that they're bad at if they're scared of losing, right? And sometimes you and I can be like that too, right? But not just that. Sometimes we will do something and we are good at it, right? Like, maybe you were pretty good at Overwatch compared to your friends and you picked it up and like whatever. But then you come to a certain point in time where you're expecting that progress and process to continue. And when it doesn't quite happen at exactly the rate that you're expecting or you're predicting, you self-sabotage. You get really frustrated, and that distraction pulls you out of the learning process. You get me?
yeah,
But that's an identity problem. Stop looking at yourself as an overachiever. That's a silly identity for anybody to have. I mean, for crying out loud, that's a silly identity for freaking Albert Einstein to have, you know? Like, why would anybody say that I have to be an overachiever? I'm that. Why? What does it even mean? right? Instead, you should consider yourself as somebody that I enjoy applying myself. You said it earlier, right? You said you like learning, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you let that be your identity? I enjoy learning, right? Because that's objective. That's not subjective, right? Like that is whether you're good at a game or bad at a game or good at a skill or bad at a skill, you could still enjoy the learning process. And there is no failure with learning, right? Here's another question, I guess pertinent to our Overwatch thing. Do you enjoy practicing Overwatch? If the answer is yes, then maybe you'll be a high-ranked player. Maybe that's a good goal for you. If the answer is no, then maybe it's not going to be a goal for you. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't play Overwatch. It just means that you shouldn't practice Overwatch. You should just play, right? So when your identity is that I can't play Overwatch unless I'm overachieving, why? You know, that's toxic. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was interrupting.
I started like the practice and improvement process like much later than most of the other player base.
Yes.
I was late to the party, so to speak.
I get that, yeah.
And like I was also slow to pick it up. And now I'm finding it's difficult to sort of up the identity and like perception thing was really important.
Yes. Well, it's hard because you've probably spent your whole life reinforcing that identity, right? I'm an overachiever. 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 Then you're freaking silver Overwatch player, right? Boy, that sucks. That's not right. That's not how the story goes, you know? So don't panic if that doesn't exactly work out.
One thing color another. Don't.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just where you're at right now, you know? And I think you've done a good job identifying that, like even in your form, like this being the priority of why you're not improving. But I guess I'm going to go one step further than that and saying, don't look at this as a problem that you need to solve so that you can improve. Ask yourself, why do I even want to improve at all? And if you can answer that question, then we can probably accurately decide this. Like if you're saying that I want to improve so that I can prove myself right, that I am an overachiever and I still got it, then I'm not going to help you. But if you can, but if you could say that, hey, this whole Kiriko angling thing, I gave it a shot. I actually kind of like it doing this. All right, well then you got potential, right? The question I always like to ask people is like, why are you not a professional bodybuilder, right? It's such an absurd question, right? Why are you not a professional bodybuilder? Are you lazy? A lot of people go, no, I just don't want to be a bodybuilder. I'm like, all right, okay. Why are you not a Grandmaster Overwatch player? It's the same reason. Just don't want to play Overwatch like that or that much. And so, don't rob yourself of the experience. And so ask yourself, do I like practicing Overwatch? And if the answer is no, then don't practice Overwatch. But maybe you still play just for fun.
I think it's not necessarily that I don't like it. It's just that I'm not used to it.
Yeah, it's different.
I haven't done it enough to know if I really like it or not.
You're right, and that's why we're here. This is what I'm telling you to do. This is what's going to practicing Overwatch is going to be like, is to be thinking about constantly, where are my threats, right? And then shooting them. Or where are my threats? And then moving. Those are the Juno goals. Kiriko goals. Where's my angle? Shoot. Where's my angle? Shoot. And then some adjustments with your mentality with Suzu, right? That's what needs to change, right? And then if that process of change feels uncomfortable, but you enjoy it, okay. If it feels uncomfortable and no, then peace. We don't do it anymore. But you're going to have to put yourself on that treadmill. I think the problem is that you don't need to succeed at everything that you do, but you do need to give things a shot. You do need to try. And then if you like it, okay, great. I think the problem is that a lot of, myself included, is we confuse a complete lack of application in everything in our life. That's bad. you should apply yourself to things in your life, whether it's your health, your family, your friends, your work, whatever you do, right? But that doesn't mean that you have to apply yourself to everything.
Oh.
And you shouldn't try to apply yourself to everything. You get me?
Yeah. So, prior to this reap in particular, I used to play Kiriko as a full-on heal bot. I don't think I hardly did it. Like, I don't think I hardly really did damage at all.
Yeah.
And I started getting reviews from the subreddits, and sort of I was able to change how I played the character just from that. Sort of, it took a while. I was able to sort of change and take on new and different things. Like the real way to play her. Is like she is one of the DPS supports.
Just angles in general.
It took a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
Like it took a while to get used to it, but now I'm like really trying to make an effort to play in that fashion.
Yeah.
And actually, go on the damage. I think not that it really matters, but I think I had 10,000 damage at one point in one match. Or something. So, yeah.
Well, you've gone from that transition, right? Like you've leveled up in that aspect, and we're here now, and maybe if that was enjoyable for you, okay, well then we'll go again, try again, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Don't be an overachiever,
Like that.
Just do it because it's fun and because you enjoy the process, right?
I think I was also trying to self-review a little bit too hard and too much.
In what way? What was the result of that?
No, it didn't really feel like it was working. In the way that it probably should. I don't feel like I was taking in those lessons well enough.
Right. Well, it's the point of feedback if you're not going to do anything or not going to practice it effectively here, right? I mean, there's a reason why even in this session here, we've really kept the feedback pretty limited, because the biggest thing is just to kind of go into the game and actually think about it again, We've given you some things to think about, of course, but...
Right. I got reviews from... Actually, I got some reviews from the VOD review section on your Discord server.
Nice. Lovely. Hope it was useful.
Yes.
That's nice.
I learned I was playing Iliari not the wrong way exactly. For the longest time I was dropping pylon behind cover and letting my whole team use it.
Yeah.
And then I learned, oh wait, it's more of a single target kind of use.
Yes.
And so I started off angling a lot more and placing behind cover more for myself. And now I'm able to be the DPS support that she's designed to be. So I had some success there.
Yeah. Lovely.
I'm no longer able to no longer is able to get those big flashy capture suns, but I'm playing it properly. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Success. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's worth pointing out that your tendency is to move towards inactivity when you're learning a new support.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's the way that you like playing the game. It's not objectively wrong. It's just objectively wrong in Overwatch. Maybe that's just. So it's
Right.
it's like, do you like playing support like this? A lot of people are hypercritical of support in Overwatch because it is way too DPS-y, which, I mean, I can't say that they're wrong. So, that's really your call, really your choice. Right. But again, that self-evaluation that you're doing here is really good, right? These tendencies are really good.
Right. So, question, and this isn't. This is
Sure.
I don't have this issue with tank. I put in the form to play Diva Ball Hazard, and that's really all I really like to play.
Yeah.
I like Dungeon Queen, but I already have 3 that I've played in competitive, and I've already had proper experience in competitive play with those 3, and I don't really need to switch any out or add a 4th or whatnot.
Yeah.
That's tank. Tank is fine. DPS, man. I don't mean to fill this into the when we're all discussing support, but I'll try and make it quick.
It's okay.
I put in the form. What did I put in the form for DPS? It was.
Let me pull it up really fast here.
Symmetra.
Yeah, Sojourn, Symmetra, Sombra, Triple S. Not good enough for Freya Echo to play them in ranked yet.
So, I've since played Echo, played Freya in ranked, and I am reasonably good at it for my rank. But at the same time, despite the current situation with hero bans and Sombra, I really enjoy the hero.
Yeah.
I like
I do too.
The constant movement, the constant always up, always doing something.
Yeah.
Constantly moving.
I get that.
And so, what do you suggest?
I mean, it's the same suggestion as the supports, right? It's like whatever characters that you currently enjoy the most, limit that pool. And then if you're like, I would love to learn Freya, I'm just not good enough at her, play her in your non-practice hours. Just grind her in quick play, one trick her in quick play until you feel a little bit more confident with her, and then replace the DPS that you enjoy the least with her. You get me?
Oh. I've already had a pretty good amount of success with her in ranked, so that's not necessarily an issue.
Then roll it.
The issue is DPS. One of the DPS that I enjoy the most is Sombra, and people are banning
the ban. Yeah. Well, there's you're just gonna have to play Sombra plus another character and play Sombra when and where you can. There's no solution to that right now, to be honest with you.
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
So, it'll probably be Sombra and blank. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. And you don't have to stick with it either. You can change it,
Yeah. I've narrowed it down to, Symmetra, I've found the DPS that I like to play, and
Yeah.
and now I'm finding it difficult to keep it to narrow it even further.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, good luck.
that's that.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't over sweat it. Don't overthink it. Yeah. In
Yeah.
terms of like systematic changes, I think what I would focus on is like your hero pool, as you said, your general, like we talked about the goals with Juno and Kiriko. Experiment and see how you enjoy the game from that perspective.
Okay.
No pressure to perform, no pressure to rank, drop to bronze. It doesn't matter. Just play. See what happens. But when you play, give the attention to the things that we talked about with Juno, with the things that we talked about with Kiriko. When you self-VOD review, you're doing so to find things to focus on in game, and then you don't need to self-VOD review anymore. You might VOD review once a week or once every 2 weeks. Just go and train. See how it goes.
Right. Like,
You know?
the thinking was what people were saying on the subreddits was like constantly, like, don't just they were saying like after every like 2 or 3 matches, go back and find out, okay, like look over like everything. Well, they didn't say everything, but like they were saying, from what I gather on the Overwatch subreddits, where people were saying a self-review more frequently than not. And
yeah, I mean, if you're looking for things to work on, sure. Like when we were looking at your Juno, for example, I didn't really know what we were looking for. We just looked at everything, right? And so we looked at a little bit of your positioning, a little bit of cooldown usage, and we really decided that the biggest thing wasn't even really your cooldown usage, it's just where you're putting your attention. You're just not fully engaged in what you're doing, right? Whether it's your movement or shooting. So then we don't really need a review anymore. It's like, let's just go practice that, like let's go practice that skill over and over again, right? So when people are giving you feedback, to look at a little bit of everything, yeah, that's a fine start, but you don't need more review for a while. You just need to go play and practice. Like you need, you can only study so much. You just need to practice. Like review is not practice. Review is knowing what to practice, looking for things to practice. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't need more information necessarily. You just need to go practice those things that we have earlier until those things are done better. So that's what I feel.
Don't be constantly checking for every single time you died or what.
Yeah, it's too many things, right? There's too many things, right? Like even look at your Ana VOD review. We obviously weren't focused on Ana, but you're like, I died like 10 times or 8 times, like 10 minutes. Like the Doomfist example, right? You died to Doomfist. Why? Because you just didn't use cover. Sleep is fine. Nade was fine. You missed a couple of nades. You zombie walked. Those are things that you should work on if you're playing Ana. Okay, go next. The only reason you'd ever look at a full VOD is you'd want to see the frequency with which the mistakes happen, so you just know how important certain mistakes are, but even that's not necessarily crucial.
Right.
Find something to work on, go apply yourself to that thing, and then see what happens. That's all. So it's like simultaneously more pressure because we need practice to be a much more intense version of itself, but it's less pressure because you don't have to sit there and overanalyze like 6 different things. You just need to play. Any questions beyond what you've asked?
No, I think that's all.
Okay. Remember the identity thing, right? You're not an overachiever. You're a smart guy.
Yeah.
But do you like practicing Overwatch or not, right? I don't know,